Hey guys, Leanne Rhodes, laying out here on the deck, hanging out in my new chair. Okay, so listen, I realized that I just like doing video blogs way better than I do typing. So I'm gonna do another one. So hopefully you don't mind watching some video vlogs instead of reading my typed one. So this week's chapter in my book is Someday Everything Will Make Perfect Sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, and keep reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason. So that is the newest quote in my book, and I hope that that quote helps you resonate that to look back on the things that happen in your life and even that are maybe currently happening in your life, and just realizing that the struggles you're in today are not here to last. Like, the storm's gonna pass. So just realize that you can hang on. So look for that one thing that is just gonna make you hold on to hope for something better that's coming. And I think as adults that we sometimes feel like we're in control of our lives and we're the ones that are supposed to know everything that's going to happen when it's going to happen, and sometimes we're just on such this tight schedule. So when something happens in our daily life that puts a stop or the brakes on us, it's hard sometimes to realize, like, great, how do I react to this situation? And a lot of times people act very bad when these situations happen in their lives. So I want you to give yourself permission to just laugh sometimes. Have you ever had those times in your life where you're like, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me that somebody's going to come out right now and be like, you've been punked, right? I feel like we've all had those days where you can easily, you're waiting for the cameras to come out and be like, is this for real? And I know some of my best friends, they're around me all the time when I call them and they're like, shut up. Are you serious? That really happened, Leanne? And sometimes you can't be angry. Sometimes you just have to laugh. This is real life. It's real life, and it's gonna get better. The storm's gonna pass, and you know what? You're gonna come out a stronger person out of every situation that comes your way. So don't let those moments define who you are. Don't get wrapped up and so uptight that you can't move past it. So let things, sometimes you just have to laugh and let those things just roll off your shoulders. So, and sometimes those moments that catch you off guard, they bring tears to your eyes. And I don't want you to think that I'm telling you it's not okay to get upset. Of course it is. Get upset. That's what happens. We're humans, we have emotions, but don't let those things just fester and manifest in your life that you can't move past those things. So it's okay to sometimes look around and wait for the cameras to come out and be like, you've been punked, and sometimes to realize you're really not being punked. And those situations happen all the time in life. And just know that how you react to those situations is going to be what happens next to you in life. So are you reacting with this sense of hatred and anger and, despise, in your blood? I hope not, because, if you look at the strong people in life, they can handle anything that comes to them. Myself has been through so many obstacles and so many times that I'm like, this cannot be happening. This is not happening right now. And sometimes those things are at the worst moments, right? So you just have to sometimes just laugh at your situation you're in and just be like, okay, it can't get any worse, right? And sometimes it does. And realize that that happens and that's life. But you know what? The storm's not there to stay. It's going to pass. So let your reactions to those situations be more of a positive, and just try to realize that it's going to get better. And those people who can switch a negative to a positive and see that it's not here to stay, and those, good times are coming and better things are on your way, those are the women and the people in life that are just going to make it. They are going to be those people that you sometimes are envious of. Like, how are you always so positive? How are you always just so happy? It's a choice. Just choose to laugh. Choose to just cry sometimes, but then choose to just be like, okay, you know what? Better things are coming and it's okay, and that everything happens for a reason. And I think sometimes we in our heads think like, no, it's supposed to go this way and it's supposed to go that way. Even with, women who are going through relationship problems and breakups, and, the women who have gone through different fertility things and things like that. Like, I think just sometimes you think that the way in your head how things are supposed to be laid out, when you're not the one who has your life written. That's a higher power. So it's not your story, you're just living it. And everything does happen for a reason. And it's really sometimes it's hard to realize that you might not know that reason. And sometimes that reason might come to you a year from now, a week from now. It might never come to you. It might be preparing you though for something better. So just because something doesn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, or you thought it was supposed to turn out, count that as a blessing that something better is coming. And that, and if it's just a hard situation, like every day you just feel like you're defeated and defeated and defeated, just laugh at those times and realize that you're being tested. Are you going to make it out alive of this test? Of course you are. So make it out alive with a smile. Don't, if you're going through hell, like, you're going to come out of it. It's okay. So just realize that you're not the writer necessarily to the way everything is planned out for you in your life. And sometimes you just want to have that control. Just release that control sometimes. That sometimes things happen out of your control and you can't control them. But you can control how you react to situations. So just change. If you want to control something, control your reactions to situations. And you're going to notice that life is better. And it's so easy then when situations come up that you can just laugh at the confusion, smile, and through the tears, and it's going to get better. So if you're going through anything right now in your life, it'll get better. And, just know that everything happens for a reason. I know people use that motto very lightly all the time. Everything happens for a reason. And when you're in that moment, that's the last thing you want to hear sometimes. Like, everything happens for a reason. You don't want to hear that. But I promise you later, you'll get that clear vision that, when the storm passes and the rainbow comes out, you're like, you know what? That's why. Something better was in store for me. It allowed me to be stronger at the end of this. It allowed me to use my testimony to help somebody else. Like, whatever that is, there's a reason. There's a reason for everything that's put in place and that happens to you in life. So just change your emotions and change your reactions to situations, because sometimes you can't change what happens, right? Sometimes they just happen. So just learn to smile through the tears, laugh at the confusion, and in the back of your head, everything happens for a reason. So I hope that today helps you. Just put a smile on your face. And if you're going through hell, make it out alive. You will. So you can't go through hell forever. You can't. So put a smile on your face and keep trucking. Get through that moment, because there's going to be a rainbow. I promise you. All right, guys, toodaloo.